Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play series of The Goths Get Divorced. Today we are starting off in the Landgrab household. As mentioned a couple episodes back, Nancy Landgrab is currently pregnant, and that was completely unexpected. It was not part of my original storyline or the original gameplay. So we are actually going to go back in and unpause her pregnancy and let it continue as normal. Nancy is planning on having this baby, and she's also planning on announcing it very shortly. So what we are going to do is we are going to take accountability for our decisions, and we are going to confess to cheating and see how Nancy takes it, and see if Nancy wants to get a divorce. See if Nancy wants to stay with Geoffrey and go from there. And Malcolm is also going to overhear this with his parents.
Wabi, Agasha Korsha Gazar? No. Benarla was dissing.
Aw, poor Nancy. We are going to let fate decide. Okay, so let's see how that went over. Oh, so they are now separated. Interesting. Yikes. Does that mean that they're divorced? Okay, well, they're still married, so that's interesting. What a hard conversation to have on a Tuesday at midnight. Crazy. Wild. I have never played with this before. This is crazy. Wild. Well, we are going to obviously drive to Bella's house because I feel like that's just pretty realistic. So obviously Geoffrey and Nancy are now separated, so naturally I feel like he would go to his girlfriend's house. Because he's gonna have to let Bella know, obviously, that Nancy knows, and maybe Bella will let him spend the night here. Crazy work. So Bella has agreed to let Geoffrey stay here for the next couple days while he figures out his relationship with Nancy. So we will see how this ends up developing. I'm kind of curious. Aw, he is so sad right now. I mean, which is fair. Like, his wife is pregnant, he cheated on her, and now he's at his girlfriend's house. So... I also saw custody, and I've never done this option before, so I'm kind of curious. Now that Geoffrey is staying here, they need to get some things solidified. Okay, maybe we won't do that. Okay, we are going to switch gears over to Cassandra, who is obviously very distraught. Her father is getting married to someone that she doesn't really get along with. Her mother just temporarily moved in her boyfriend, and Cassandra obviously just went through a breakup herself. So Cassandra is not really having that great of a time. So after school today, or after cheerleading practice, we are going to hang out at the park with Neon Spectre and get to know him a little bit better. So that way she can feel like a normal teenager and just be able to do normal teenager things.
Zona. Debatu.
Cassandra has also really loved having a... Oh my goodness. Look at this. Cassandra loves being a cat mom. Her and Hades are best friends. Hades was probably the best thing. I am sorry, sir, if you don't get out of her bed. I know you don't know the rules around here, but this is not your room. Crazy work. So clearly, Geoffrey obviously does not miss being home that much, because him and Bella have been getting to know each other pretty intimately since he's been here. And these are all completely autonomous actions. Like, I have not planned any of these out, so I think that's a pretty clear sign that maybe Geoffrey and Nancy are not meant to be, and maybe it is time for them to get divorced. Bella and Mortimer both got divorced, and they seem to be pretty okay. So I guess we'll see how that ends up developing. Ooh, I wonder if that's going to be Neon Spectre. And we are actually going to meet Neon at a park. I feel like that's neutral ground. So we are here at the park with Neon Spectre, and I feel like this is going to give them an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better and potentially see if, you know, he is another suitable love interest for Cassandra. I feel like she is ready to move on and wants to get to know somebody new at this point, especially with everything that's been happening in her life lately. I just really feel like this is her opportunity to be a teenager and get to know someone new, you know?
Lumpik! Doki! Tobana or Flip?
Oh.
Snap! Quibba! Start the bay Quibba! Wivu! Tornaro! Huh? Harfin! Tharg! Toki Boo!
Chip it up.
Okay. It looks like he might be into it so far.
Oh, Tinkwell. Shunavik. Skip.
On TV.
Oh?
Oh.
Hey, Yun Zaruga. Sposhim Avani.
Aha. Toki Boo. See why.
Oh, no.
Oh? Is this a new romance starting to bloom? They just exchanged phone numbers? It looks like Cassandra has a major crush on Neon. We love that.
Sorry. Babi.
Oh.
Besa.
Blofa, Balafoy, Aragaba, Yemfo. Zilnoi, Schmezel Klimpf, Lissarat. Aze.
Not now, Dad.
Nibza.
Wow.
Hey.
Ooh! Their first kiss? Ah! Alright, we are asking Neon to be... And they are officially dating. How cute! And just like that, Cassandra has a new boyfriend. Honestly, they are super cute together, and I love it. Not bad for a Tuesday. Cassandra has a new boyfriend. Bella moved her boyfriend in. How's that going, by the way? Sure, okay. So Mortimer has actually came over, and it looks like he is patching things up with Cassandra and just telling her how much he appreciates her for agreeing to be part of the wedding and agreeing to give Dina a chance. He knows that they have had a really rough time with the divorce and trying to figure out what a new medium looks for everybody. And he understands how she's limited on what she can understand because she is not only a teenager but also his daughter. So he does understand that there are mixed perceptions and mixed emotions there, but he really wanted to put a foot forward in coming to meet Cassandra on her own territory and not forcing her out of her comfort zone, by having her come over to the apartment to talk to him, or by trying to make her feel like she is, like he was bribing her. And that's something that I really love about their family dynamic, is how Bella and Mortimer do put parenting first and do want their children to feel cared for and supported. And for him, it's a difficult thing to come over to the house that he used to live in with where his ex-wife is still staying, and he obviously sees the suitcase at the front door and knows that his ex-wife is having guests over, but he can also imagine how difficult it is for his children to be in the situation that they're in right now. It's a lot of new adjustments, it's a lot of new changes, and they don't know the full story. The children don't know why their parents are getting divorced because they didn't want to set up like a villainous scenario. So I really like that Mortimer is coming over and clearing things over with Cassandra. And especially now that she's in such a good mood because she has a new boyfriend, she is happy, she is content. And I just really love the fact that she is willing to bridge that gap with Mortimer as well, and that she accepts his apology, and she really appreciates the fact that he came over to the house specifically to talk to her. So I just thought that that was a really cool sentiment between the two of them. We haven't seen a lot of Cassandra and Mortimer's dynamic in this Let's Play series. A lot of it has been focused on Cassandra and Bella's dynamic, since she's primarily at Bella's house. So I thought this was a really cool time to be able to showcase that Cassandra does have a close relationship with both of her parents, and that her parents do care about their children's well-being.
Ziragua Penarb, Fiziquabe. Vilpa Brehe.
And obviously Geoffrey is also here. He is back from work. So Bella and Geoffrey are getting some dinner together while Mortimer was upstairs clearing everything up with Cassandra. So we are just going to go ahead and send Mortimer home just to avoid kind of like an awkward confrontation. Obviously, unbeknownst to the children, Cassandra's kind of figuring it out as the gameplay continues, but the reason why Mortimer and Bella divorced was because of Bella's affair with Geoffrey. It is unknown if Bella has had other affairs during her marriage, but her biggest affair was with Geoffrey Landgrab, who is now staying at their house. And so we are going to go ahead and have Mortimer go home. Mortimer has had a lot of time to process this, and I think Bella may have had prior relationships or woohoo partners in the past, which is why it was relatively easy for Mortimer to move on with someone different. Mortimer was able to grieve their relationship early on in the marriage, and while they did have love for each other, they were not, by any means toxic or abusive or yelling towards each other. A lot of their marriage was staying together for the children, and now that the children are old enough, both of them decided that they wanted to find their own happiness, and that is why Mortimer decided to pursue the divorce, and why Bella agreed to it and then continued to pursue Geoffrey. And now that Mortimer is getting married in the next episode, and Geoffrey is now separated from his wife, and it looks like him and Bella may continue their relationship. We will see how that goes. Cassandra's obviously in a new relationship as well, which she is going to be announcing to her cousin and to her friend. But I think this was just a nice way to kind of get some backstory on how everything was looking for them.